thank you very much. A couple of things happened today that are very exciting. USMCA passed.
What is your response to Lev Parnas, who says that your efforts in Ukraine were all about 2020? You just wanted Joe Biden out. What's your response?
Well, I don't know him. I don't know Parnas, other than I guess I had pictures taken, which I do with thousands of people, including people today that I didn't meet, but just met him. I don't know him at all. Don't know what he's about. Don't know where he comes from. Know nothing about him. I can only tell you this thing is a big hoax. It's a big hoax. We call it, this is the current hoax. We've gone through the Russian witch hunt. We've gone through a lot of them, from probably before I came down the escalator, but certainly since I came down the escalator. You take a look at what's happened. And in the meantime, our country, it doesn't matter what he says. He's trying to probably make a deal for himself. I don't even know who this man is, other than I guess he attended fundraisers, so I take a picture with him. I'm in a room, I take pictures with people. I take thousands and thousands of pictures with people all the time, thousands during the course of a year. And oftentimes I'll be taking a picture with somebody, I'll say, I wonder what newspaper that one's going to appear in. No, I don't know him. Perhaps he's a fine man, perhaps he's not. I know nothing about him. But I can tell you this.
More than just taking pictures with the president. He says
I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever spoken to him.
You were on the phone with Giuliani, and he said
I don't believe I've ever spoken to him. I meet thousands of people. I meet thousands and thousands of people as president. I take thousands of pictures, and I do it openly, and I do it gladly. Well, thank you all very much. Go ahead. Everything was false. You have now the Ukrainian president and the foreign minister of Ukraine saying there was nothing done wrong. In fact, they said there was absolutely no pressure whatsoever. Everything was perfect, and they impeach. It's totally partisan. We had 195 to nothing Republican votes. I guess we got a Democrat actually came over to the Republican side. We had 195 to nothing. This is a hoax. It's a shame. I did the biggest deal ever done in the history of our country yesterday in terms of trade, and probably other things too, if you think about it, the deal with China. And that was the second story to a total hoax. Today we just had passed the USMCA. It's going to take the place of NAFTA, which was a terrible deal. And the USMCA will probably be second to this witch hunt hoax, which hopefully everyone knows is not going anywhere. There was nothing done wrong. This was a perfect phone call. Think of it. The President of the United States, who's led the greatest growth, the greatest economic revival of any country anywhere in the world, is the United States, as big as it is. We're doing better than any other country by far. Our unemployment numbers are the best they've been in over 50 years. African American, Asian American, Hispanic American, unemployment, the best in the history of our country. And I've got to go through a hoax, a phony hoax, put out by the Democrats so they can try and win an election that hopefully they're not going to win. It was put out for purposes of winning an election. Our country is doing great. Our country has never done better. So they figure the only thing they can do, they failed on the Mueller report. That was a bomb. After 2.5 years, they failed. Now they said, what can we do? And they pick up a phone call that was perfect. But they didn't know it was perfect. They only found out later.
Religion from government. The First Amendment affirms our free exercise of religion.
We're doing an incredible job. And for absolutely no reason, I got impeached. It's a disgrace and it's a hoax. Thank you very much, everybody.